All right, guys. All right, guys. We got an amazing stream for you today. We got an amazing co-host, Lana. Please welcome her to the video. It's her first time being on my channel. So give her a huge welcome, guys. All right. I know we don't got the soundboard, but Lana, can you just do a brief introduction for yourself?
So, hey, I'm Lana. I am in my early 20s. I really like a lot of nerdy shit. And also a little bit of business, but also handling business alongside of my nerdy shit. So I'm hoping we have a blast, maybe, chat a little bit. Please be easy on me a little bit. Not too much though. Other than that, I think we can get started.
All right, guys. So this stream is going to be a little bit different. Remember, guys, our platform, we talk about business, money, and exposing the ideas, either of fake gurus, the ideas of trading and investing, all that type of stuff. But today we're going to talk about investing and having basically a deep dive into how to make money with anime and how you guys can get a better, understanding about it. I'm not the expert in this. Lana's the expert in this. So she's going to be guiding this pretty much the entire time. So if you guys want to talk about market stuff, that's going to be at the end of the stream, how I'm going to convert what she's saying into financial stuff, basically. So let's get into that, guys. Let me just move to our first screenshot. And remember, guys, we're live. And if you have any question or comments, let both of us know, and we'll get to them, okay? So here's our first one.
Yeah.
And give me a second, guys. Let me move the screen over to the left. Boom.
Hi, Almighty Earth and Sani. Oh, I remember you from the Discord. So diving in on Comic-Cons. So as someone who goes to a ton of Comic-Cons, there is so many moving parts. So you might be wondering, how did I get started going to comic conventions? So I went to my first Comic-Con in 2018. I was given a free ticket by a friend, and I had 2 days to throw together my cosplay. Now, that is not enough time to throw together a cosplay of any like substance at all. So I went as Joseph Joestar. All I had was the bandana. Okay, like this was the worst looking Joseph Joestar you could possibly imagine. He's like ripped. He's got like the green tank, the jeans, and like and the headband and the cool spiky hair. I did none of that. I just had the headband. I threw it over my hair and I had a green t-shirt and I was like, this is great. But ever since then, I have been at Comic-Con every single year since, except for during COVID. But well, actually, I did cosplay a little bit during COVID. There was a lot of like opportunities to cosplay on TikTok and stream all of that. But I was a kid, so all of my TikToks actually did not look nice. If you could find them online, no, you don't want to, because they are not good. But yeah, so Comic-Con has so many moving parts. Like once you go to one, you're kind of addicted, because what happens is it's like, oh, I'm going here because I really like Artist Alley. I want to see all of the cool art. And then you somehow find yourself in this gaming hall filled with like a bunch of Dance Dance Revolution and rhythm games that you have never heard of. And then that's the Comic-Con experience. And then you might encounter some like, never forget the teenagers who are like chanting something weird. Those people are always there. The Comic-Con is certainly a place where really the people who have never left their house, they decide to actually leave their house and go there. So you end up with a lot of characters. But those characters come together and make one key thing. They make the anime club. Now, the anime club, you might be wondering, well, aren't those a school thing? Okay, yes. Anime clubs are a school thing. But they also are basically at the heart of comic conventions. Because think about it. If you are a bunch of people who like anime, and you all are sweaty, unshowered individuals, because that's the people who like anime. I'm kidding. That's the people who like anime. You have to coalesce with your fellow weebs, as they call them, and form the anime club. Now, let's see. I love anime, but I don't know if I'm a fit for these Comic-Cons. Okay. I feel like
Almighty.
the thing with being a fit or not for the Comic-Con. So I'm gonna be real. I didn't think that I was a fit for them either. However, if you're able to kind of figure out your own route and figure out what you enjoy doing at the Comic Cons, they are a blast because it's not just gaming, it's not just shopping, it is a full immersive experience for the hobby. So, oh, and also there's conventions for other stuff too, even if you don't like anime, but that's kind of a whole separate thing. I've been to Chocolate Con, which is a convention, but for chocolate. You like making money, so you'll have a blast. Actually, yes, we are getting to that part. There is so much money that you can make at Comic-Con.
Yeah, Corey, we'll get to that part. We have a couple slides, not slides, different images, how we go through things. She's going to talk about it, and I'm going to talk about how we can get that into the financial markets.
Yeah, I mean, like, just giving some surface level stuff. If you win a game at the Comic-Con, like against other people, and you are the best at, let's say, Mortal Kombat or like shorter term games, so I guess Super Smash Bros, you will actually make money from the Comic-Con. You just imagine half naked nerds LARPing. Okay, so what you are actually imagining is the Ren Fair. I hate the Renaissance Fair. The Renaissance Fair is evil. Don't go to it. Do I watch Naruto Shippuden? No. No, the Ren Fair. So the Renaissance Fair is basically what you are imagining. It is these it's like the peak of the peak nerds. Yeah, it's the peak of the peak nerds. They're in a forest. There's like trees, and then you do like axe throwing and watch like medieval themed performances. I think there's a few
like
across like all the different. Yep. There's a few across all of the different states. A lot of people who do the Comic Cons like the Renaissance Fair, but they more use it as like a photo shoot. The Renaissance Fair people are LARPing. Like they are embodying the medieval character that they are dressed as. They are a knight. That's weird. I would not go to a Ren Fair personally.
Let me see. Let's check this out, like a video clip, bro. I remember the LARPing video I saw, I think with McGlovin. Is this what you're talking about, like this?
Of all the videos I have made on this channel, this is definitely, I had to complete mini tasks.
That kind of looks fun.
Okay, like I feel like there are some things that people would find fun there, but it is at least the one that I had been to, which this only happened once because you could actually never convince me to return there. You could never convince me to return there. It was basically I was like dressed as a fairy, and then I'm watching these people be like, "Sir, I draw thy sword upon thee to battle you for the dishonor that you have committed against my nation." And I'm just like, okay, what nation? What time period is this occurring in? Oh, and actually thinking of finance and the Ren Fair, did you know that you can technically live at a Ren Fair?
Live? Wow.
Yes, that's right. You could be living in a trailer at the Ren Fair, and your sole job, okay, first of all, you get to travel with the Ren Fair. So let's say the Ren Fair hires you and it's like, "Sir, you are the best knight of medieval land ever. I recently learned from a coworker about LARPing. He stayed a whole weekend at the fair playing a character, and that's some crazy shit." Yeah. So the people who work the Ren Fair, fun fact, so they have these little buildings that they bring to the Ren Fairs. I think we saw them in the background of the video. They look like medieval buildings, but they are equipped with modern equipment. Those buildings are actually all trailers, and they attach to trucks, or like, yeah, I guess trucks, and they move across the states. And you can technically make your living just being at the Ren Fair, LARPing as that character. You're technically a vendor, but you're also a performer. I met somebody who used to do that, and it's like van life, but it's popular in some places, and some people really enjoy it.
Interesting. Let me see.
Yeah,
so when you're at your guys' fanfare or at your guys' events, like, do you get to meet up with people like these that you were talking about earlier?
Yeah, so VTubers allow you to meet up with the characters that you love most. So, the best way I can explain VTubers is imagine if anime girls and real people were kind of smashed into one. So it would be there's a real person behind it who is speaking on the stream, moving, etc. But on top of that, they are being represented by this animated character who often has some pretty interesting out of this world properties. As you see on like the bottom right, that person has like little ears and then like paws and things. But there's a lot of VTuber corporations where this is, I would say 50 plus girls are in Hololive, for instance. That's our example here. 50 plus girls are in Hololive, and their job is basically just to talk to the audience as these anime girls. There's also a male version. There are also men who are Hololive stars.
Wow.
Interestingly enough. Yeah.
This is actually completely new to me, guys. Like, I'm just learning about this, and these people make a lot of money. Because when I was just even here, if you go through TikTok, you'll see that there's like these anime people for TikTok stars. Is that right?
Yeah. So you can meet VTubers in person. Technically, at a lot of these comic conventions, you can say, what are we looking at? VTubers on TikTok. Yeah. Well, I mean, they do sometimes do like trends on TikTok, but it really depends on the VTuber because it takes a lot of rigging and setting up to do that.
Oh, Corey is asking, what is a VTuber?
It's basically a animated YouTuber. TLDR. So they perform songs, they engage with the stream, etc. But they are represented by an anime character. There is a real person behind it. In some cases, you know who that real person is. In other cases, you really don't.
Interesting. Let me see how I actually want to see this on YouTube. I've not seen a VTuber on YouTube. Let me see. Is this something we look at like here? The 3.3 million one?
Yeah, I mean, like I think that's just like someone who collects clips and stuff.
Oh, this is for kids. I see. Let me see.
Yeah, no, I would say look up Kiara Takanashi Kiara.
Give me a second. Can you repeat that? I get that volume. Wait.
Oh, Takanashi Kiara. Takanashi. Yes, that.
All right, let's check them out right here. Now, I think their music is copyrighted, so I don't want to play their music, okay?
Yeah, no, don't play the music. It is copyrighted.
All right.
But yeah, so they do everything from dance videos to let's plays to cooking videos. So it's anime with a person behind it. Yes, exactly. And a lot of them have different themings. Yeah.
Look at the views, guys. 200,000. Oh my gosh.
These people will have millions of watching them at once. It is a cultural sensation that you would not even know about unless you were honestly there. Some of them make anime girl looks too good to get dude to send them hella money and interaction. I mean, well, yes. Low key, yeah. That is their job. But it's a really good hustle.
20,000 on a live stream? 20K views 6 hours ago?
Let me see if there's anybody live right now. Hold on. Go to look up Mori Calliope. MORICALLIOPE.
Look at their chat off of the wow. This is crazy, guys. Okay, who am I looking for?
MORI. Yes, the second result. She should be live right now.
Oh, I can't play their live though, just to make sure.
No, don't. But there, how many people are watching? Over 3,000.
Over, oh my gosh, 3,000. Literally, guys, look at this right here. So you're not allowed to stream someone else's stream on your own stream. Just letting you guys know that. So you will get dinged by YouTube, especially because they're a big platform. Oh my God. Pause. Back out. All right. That was close. Butterfingers right there.
Way.
But that's okay. Almost 3,000 people watching. This is crazy.
And that specific streamer, she is the largest in HoloLive English. How much are they making per 1,000 views? Okay, that's a great question. They have to split the money with their corporation, so we don't actually know the split.
Here we go.
Every person works out a different contract. Oh, we can try to look it up because some of the girls have quit, but I don't think they've leaked their contract yet. Is what I'm trying to say.
Let's look up some Social Blade information. And while we're looking up this, guys, while we're looking this up, please subscribe to the channel, guys. Send a donation, become a member. It helps pay for the co-hosts. It helps the platform. And especially when we start paying to get big guests on the platform. I can't wait for that. Let me see. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, so let's say even if she makes $600,000 per year, okay, let's just say that is accurate. She doesn't keep most of that. She's probably making $300,000. But they pay for all of her technology. Yes, I heard from somebody that it costs a lot to make the model for them, says Almighty. So, yeah, the model rigging itself can go upwards of $4,000 just to get a VTuber model to start. And so this specific VTuber we're looking at, she started in 2021. She actually was really unpopular in 2021. The only reason why she's she got so much hate actually, which was kind of deserved. But yeah. Now she's the biggest English VTuber.
I'm so impressed by these numbers. Even when we just say we split the difference, put everything in the middle, you're still talking about life-changing money, life-changing, like the amount of people this person connects to is insane amount. We're talking about hundreds of millions of views just on YouTube. I bet they're on other platforms at the same time, because you want to stream.
Actually, no, because HoloLive has an exclusive contract with YouTube. They can only use YouTube.
Woo! Learning stuff now, guys. Look at that. Only exclusively on YouTube.
Exclusively on YouTube. They do not use Twitch or anything else. Niji Sanji uses Twitch exclusively because they have an exclusive contract, I believe. Wow. Which is a different company. So some of the YouTuber companies have specific contracts. Mm-hmm. It makes sense. I follow some games and the VTubers always get crazy views. Yeah. Crazy. I feel like the recent Resident Evil Requiem that released, I keep on watching that through VTubers because I'm not paying. Am I a VTuber if I use the filter? So I think this was talked about in the last stream. There is a thing called anti-VTubers, which will use like a filter, but it's not an anime character. How easy is it to make it as a VTuber? That is an amazing question. So if you became a VTuber in the year 2020, you would be very likely to be big right now. The VTuber bubble burst in like 2024, 2025. So none of the VTubers are growing anymore unless they're under a corporation. Unless they are, unless they are Iron Mouse or under a corporation. So if you're not one of those two.
What's an Iron Mouse, if you don't mind?
Iron Mouse is is the biggest indie streamer in VTuber.
Oh my god!
Like universe. If you go on Twitch TV, I believe Iron Mouse has millions upon millions of subscribers. Oh, and she even streams to YouTube now. That's good because she's indie. She's able to stream wherever she wants. So she does simultaneously stream between YouTube and what's the other place? YouTube and Twitch.
Oh wow! So she plays games and streams them live.
Yeah, and you see every day she's getting she's getting a fair amount of views, some more than others.
Yeah, I mean, that's
saying the median monthly income is 127. See, exactly. So the VTuber bubble has burst. It's basically impossible to be a new VTuber right now. If you are a big VTuber, you already started. You started in 2021, okay? You are likely female. I can think of 2 big male YouTubers male VTubers. That's it. And you're likely under a corporation. But to get under a corporation, you have to start at that lower echelon of being an indie VTuber. Okay, the burnt peanut is just not a VTuber. He uses his face.
Okay, we got another comment from I Blow Snow. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for making it, guys. If any question or comments, let us know. And also, please subscribe, smash the like, and also join the channel. Helps it out so much, guys. Let me see.
Yeah. I would like to refute that. The burnt peanut is not the biggest VTuber because he's just not he's not a VTuber, technically. He uses his face. Even if it's just his eyes and mouth, he uses his physical features, which makes him not a VTuber.
Not a VTuber. Wow. I mean, it's crazy. So when it comes to these VTubers, like what other ways can they make money and how do they get rich?
A lot of them sell merchandise and have a lot of brand deals. There's this, let me make sure the website is accessible. There's this website called Geek Jack that entirely specializes in selling VTuber goods, anything from concert merchandise to light sticks to clothing themed after them.
Is this right here? Shopgeekjack.net. Okay, let's check it out.
Yep, should be the top result. And there is so many. Mr. Beast, LOL. I don't. Mr. Mr. Beast. Agree. But yeah, so VTubers, you can set a birthday for your character. Then people spend money on the merchandise for that. Merchandising is a huge part of VTubers as well as performance. So most of these VTubers also do music, and that's a huge revenue stream as well. And I would argue that some of them are bigger in music than even VTubing. Like, I would not sit down and watch a Kiara stream. I would absolutely sit down and listen to her new album anytime.
That is really impressive. So they're making money off of their streams, off of either Twitch, YouTube, or whatever platform. Then they're probably making money off of Spotify too, right?
Yes, Spotify is a huge revenue stream for VTubers. I think Twitter is a recent one, but there is a way to make money off of Twitter, I believe, as a VTuber. Through things like audio only posts. I've seen a lot of them do that for like ASMR. So since being a VTuber is very much focused on the audience experience, what it turns into is, for instance, if I'm a VTuber and I go live every night just whispering until my audience falls asleep, that makes me money. Because ASMR streams are a huge thing for them because it shows that they're interacting with the audience.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Some also have figurines and collabs with Good Smile.
Give me a second. I mean, this is really cool. Their merch is really, really different. Like, seems like you gotta be really, big fan into this type of stuff, or like really be part of this community. We got a good comment from, we got a lot of good comments coming in. Give me a second, guys. I'll catch up.
What do you do at Comic-Con to make money personally? So what do I do at Comic-Con? Ooh, that's an interesting question.
We can segue to this part right here to help him out if you want a job in that area.
So I mean, like, there's a lot of different ways to make money at Comic-Con. I have one specific way, but I'm not going to say which. There are professional cosplayers. They are hired by the companies that are vending at these events. So especially things like Genshin Impact or Genshin Impact, Hoyoverse, sometimes Toei Animation, Viz Media, they will hire professional cosplayers to stand at their booths dressed as their characters. Aniplex also. And you will stand at the booth basically and take photos with fans. dressed as while you are the character, that generates an income stream for a lot of cosplayers, especially because their costumes are covered, things like that. There's also a lot of opportunities in the space of, like, I would say celebrity services, so things like hospitality. If you're familiar with the hospitality space, you know, it's just like setting up Capri Suns, things like that. There's also the option of, well, you could be a game champion, as I stated earlier. But there's so many different things to do at Comic-Con.
So if you're trying to make, you know, build up your resume, because obviously a lot of people are going to be trying to get these same positions, like what routes would you do to build up your resume?
If I was trying to build up my resume and become a professional in like going to Comic-Cons, and that's what I get paid to do, I can think of 3 routes. So you could become a event manager. That would be, you would start off in the crew as you see here, and then you would advance onward. Networking, you would you would do event assisting at multiple places and eventually land that event manager position. Often that would require traveling, time, and a lot of investment in money. But an even faster way, if you want to be at Comic-Con all the time and make money, is to become an artist, make art that sells. Okay. That means drawing popular animes such as like Naruto, Demon Slayer, Chainsaw Man, the real heavy hitters of the season. You continually draw those, you sell your merchandise that is themed after them, and then you can make a lot of money and just tour from convention to convention. The downside of being an artist alley vendor is that you have to make sure that, number one, your art is interesting. If you have shit art, no one's going to buy your shitty art, okay? But if your art looks good, then you have a chance of even, well, actually, you have to even apply for Artist Alley. So you could be not accepted because your art is shit, okay? Your merchandise just might not fit the conventions you're applying for, things like that. But Artist Alley is the #1 most popular way, I would say. And then just because you can tour as an Artist Alley artist, generally people will stay on their coast, but sometimes they won't. And also it's the fastest way. Getting into event management can often take years and is really tiring. I personally have heard that it's very rewarding for people, but it also leans into that hospitality space and takes so much networking that a lot of people find that it's not worth it. I also see Almighty Earth's comment on ASMR being popular too. I mean, like, yeah, they also sell voice packs. Now you know how, like, yeah, so you know how we have the soundboard? So yeah. Voice packs are basically a VTuber soundboard in a sense that you can use in not even only in your own streams, but also just like for your own personal use. I don't know what that personal use would be, but yeah. Some people use the voice packs for their own like personal stuff.
Seems like there's a lot of ways to make income with these things, especially with the vendors. Like, I mean, if you have to sell food, what would be like a popular food if you want to sell at a Comic-Con?
Ooh, a lot of the newer conventions have Japanese food halls, and they will sell everything from like onigiri to okonomiyaki, onigiris. They will sell katsudan, bento boxes, things like that. Twinkies.
Ooh.
I mean, yeah. Oh my gosh, there's these really good cheesecake foods that they sell at the Japanese grocery stores near me. They are called Koriyama's light cheesecake. They are the best snack ever. Highly recommend them if you ever want Japanese food. And they are actually imported.
Look at all this. これはお弁当です。納豆瓶と卵、うなぎ、肉、これは餅です。Ah, look at that.
Edamame.
Edamame. Oh. Let me see. Yeah, and this is sushi, and I mean, I prefer sashimi, and unagi is one of my favorites. Oh, we got a big comment. We got Andre. Look up Ozzy Ozva versus love his artwork. Check his images. Well, okay, we'll check it out right now. Give me a second. It better not be some weird stuff, bro. Remember, we're live.
Mm.
Let me type it in real quick. But remember, guys, we are live. Thank you guys for making the stream. If any question or comments, please ask. Lana, I am not an expert at this at all. So if you're going to ask me, I'm like, I have no idea for a lot of this stuff. Oh, wow.
Okay, that's epic. Yeah. See, that's the type of stuff you would see like sold at Artist Alley and things like that.
I would actually buy one of these. That would be really cool.
Exactly. That a lot of the allure of Comic-Cons, in my opinion, is totally just like walking around and then getting to kind of shop and take photos of things you like. Okay. I see why the top examples are exciting, says Sani the God. But what's the actual purpose of getting into this for the average person? Ooh, that's a good question. So this does link back to finance eventually. I will also add that the photography aspect is the one thing in Comic-Cons that can make you so much money. If you can become a photographer and just take photos of cosplayers and get a good client base, each photo shoot can run you $180 plus per shoot, and each shoot only takes an hour. Well, plus the editing, of course, but if you are a good photo editor, which you can be, pretty like being a photo editor is difficult, but it's a pretty easy skill to learn once you've learned it and execute it. You can be making like 100 plus an hour just doing photo shoots at conventions during weekends when you are not working your full-time job during those 40 hours a week, especially if you live in a city or location where there is a lot of comic conventions or a lot of cosplayers. So places like Washington, D.C., San Diego, Seattle.
I mean, that would be cool because there's different ways we talked. She talked about it already. So being a photographer, if you want to volunteer to build up your resume, you can apply for a job at some of the Comic-Con events. So there are some aspects of making some income, like this is a full-time Comic-Con employee. And maybe if you can't do that, you can they have security there, right?
I mean, yes, there's security, but they're typically venue security. So the security for a Comic-Con is typically contracted out to, I guess, national firms, if that makes sense. So I think Allied Universal is the biggest one I can think of off the top of my head that operates nationwide. And can you sell weapons? Says Corey Corbin. Okay. I mean, like, you can sell props. Can you sell a modified gun? No. So you cannot sell an authentic gun. Like, I cannot pull up and be like, yes, I am selling this rifle at Comic-Con. No. But you can sell fake weapons like pole arms from video games, katanas you can sell, but they can't have a real blade. They have to have a fake blade. You can sell wooden weapons.
Yeah, some of these weapons are pretty expensive. Like I like Cyberpunk, and they had a Cyberpunk gun, like the one that like it collapses and like shows all the lights and stuff, and it was like $200, and I'm like, nope. But I probably would have bought it. So I mean, and it was handmade too. There we go. I spelled Comic-Con wrong. Yeah, so these guns are handmade. Like I think they made it out of like a Nerf gun, and then like just painted it, added some what's it called, paper mache to it, and now they're selling it. So it's something you guys can do for make some money. It's not like traditional trading and investing that we normally talk about, but it's something that you can do that's actually pretty fun. Like so far, this is all new to me.
Yeah, I mean, like actually, they do sell switchblades at Comic-Con sometimes, or hunting knives. I have seen those, and they sell like anime themed hunting knives too.
Let's see. Maybe we we can use one of the best weapons. We can get a Pokeball.
You can. Oh my gosh! Actually, this is really interesting. Okay, they have the Pokemon company or the Nintendo has started selling engagement rings inside of a Pokeball. That's right. They sell engagement ring Pokeballs. I'm being so serious. You can Google this right now. They just released, I think, earlier this week. And so you can spend $2,000 to get engaged. Go to the all tab, not the images.
Sell wedding rings right here.
Hold on.
It's
I'm gonna get the link for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got people buy engagement rings. Marriage is on heavy decline. Yeah, I would say so, but I think the economics is a good part of that. You know, people don't want to get married if they don't have a job or steady income. Here are some Pokemon available.
So they collabed with Venus Tears here.
Okay. Oh, you send me the link. Let me see private chat. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm bringing it over here. Wow. You know what? That's actually really cool. Look at that. YouTube. This is okay. So that's only Pokemon. So Venus Tears actually has their own line. This is a diamond ring inside of a Pokeball, or you get the Pikachu. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, they got other rings. Like this is actually interesting. And if you weren't going to get married, say you just want to buy, do you think this would be a good collectible?
If I was getting married, would this be a good collectible? I mean, like, I think okay, this is such a specific reference. I don't think anyone's going to get this. Have you seen the video of this guy who is proposing to his girlfriend in a food court dressed as Ben 10? It has the same energy as that.
Ben 10? The cart. Wait, I gotta see this real quick. Give me a second. Ben 10.
Proposal in a food court. Yeah, it pops up on Google. I see it.
No way. Let's check this out.
Yes.
Oh, we got music, guys. I saved myself. Okay, we're gonna play it on mute. Okay. Ah, she said no. No way. Oh well. I mean, at least you tried. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the exact energy that the Pokemon engagement ring gives me. It has to be so serious before anybody should be engaging to anybody with a Pokeball with Pikachu inside of it. Goofy behavior. Yes, you are so right, Almighty Earth. You are so right. How is this a skit? How do you not know if she wants to be married? I think it's real.
Yeah. I mean, I think she's probably embarrassed at the same time. Like, oh my gosh, you didn't. Bro got rejected. Ben 10 guy. Oh man. Dude's a goofy. Awesome. Let's see.
I think this site is supposed to be in Japanese, but let me see. I'm gonna find a popular anime and try and find.
Let me see. Let's see. And while she's bringing that up, guys, people are saying, I think it's real. I think it's real. Now, guys, while she's bringing that up, I'm going to bring up a little bit of information about how you guys can convert this money you're making from either your job or building up your resume to get that better job in the Comic-Con or anime or manga, whatever that type of entertainment. Make sure, and if you don't have this available, look at these. There are 401ks, there's pre-tax, Roth, and after-tax, different types. Look at getting that with your employer. So if you're going to be working somewhere, try to get the most out of your buck. So if they have like a max contribution of X, see if they can max it out. And you do this for the number of years working under that company. It will definitely help out, guys. Like, remember, we do got to make this about finance. There's jobs, there's vendors. You can make money. You can sell art. You can also sell, things at these places. So, and you also convert this into money. And also combine that with the savings account, high yield. I know it's low yield for Corey and everybody else, but it is a way to make money. Combine that with index funds. I think if you do those three powerful things, any job that you do long term can be successful, especially if the markets keep going as the way they're going. Now, that's my little segue. Little boy's trying to be a man. Yeah, Ben 10 is always 10, right? Oh man. Oh man. Let's see. Careers. I mean, oh, go ahead.
I'm rolling 150 APR at a minimum. Good shit. Good shit.
Here we go. I got the link that you just sent me. Let's check it out real quick.
That was the one I was thinking of when I was saying the Pokemon engagement rings. This was just announced today. And they have Sailor Moon engagement rings too, actually. U-Treasure. U-Treasure is the brand.
Wow.
And then you place it in a Pokeball. So there's going to be a lot. Imagine Go Fest this year. Okay. Did you know that Pokemon Go Fest is still a huge event? Like every year, people travel nationwide around the US, Europe, and then Japan to go to Go Fest because it's still popular.
Wow. Go Fest? Let me look that. I gotta look that up, guys. So it's called Pokemon Go Fest?
Yeah, you could look that up.
Let me see. Fest 2026.
Yeah, they just announced it, but last year's one already happened. So yeah, every single year they will take over 3 cities and you'll just be Pokemon going around that city for like 9 hours straight. The entire place is a Pokemon Go court.
Let me see this, guys. We have 2026 coming out right here. Give me a second. Let me look this up. Give me a second. It's on Instagram.
If I'm understanding you, most people go here and sell trinkets. That's what the majority of them do. Honestly, yeah. Trinket services and foods. That's like the conventions. Go Fest is very convoluted. I will say that.
Interesting.
But yeah. Trinket services and food. The services are the big payment though. If you are a photographer at a convention, you are easily making $2,000 in one weekend just by taking photos of people.
My bad.
Oh, did his audio just cut out?
Oh, my bad. I hit the mute button. Give me a second.
So these photographers are around at random or a booth? That's a good question. The photographers are typically around at random. And why hasn't a company consolidated the photography services? I don't see. You could be the first to do that because I'm not really sure why no company has consolidated the photography services. I mean, there's one company I can think of that consolidated the photography services at one convention, but they just set up a bunch of backdrops and you kind of take photos in front of them. Whereas typically a lot of the people who attend these conventions want photos at shoot locations, like iconic shoot locations at each venue. So for instance, I will use KatsuCon in Washington, D.C. as an example. There is the iconic KatsuCon. It takes place at the Gaylord Hotel in Washington, D.C. At the Gaylord, there is a fountain that everyone wants to take photos in front of. And then there's also like a bridge or like a dome of some kind. All the photographers are there. And then the cosplayers come pay them and take photos there. And there's no company that has consolidated all of these photographers yet, to my knowledge.
Give me a second. I'm bringing some of the stuff up. I'm going to start removing some of the background images, okay, and make them run a little bit faster. Give me a second.
I mean, I personally believe that the photographers themselves want to be independent and find their own client bases, and that might be why they haven't consolidated together. And I think, and also getting a booth at a convention costs money. So they might be just around randomly because they don't want to spend money on a booth because that adds overhead. And the only overhead these photographers want, is going to be their camera, their ring light, or not their ring light, their, oh my gosh, what's it called?
What's that?
The thing that stands up and reflects the light. What's the average demographic of these people? The photographers or the people attending? The average demographic, I would say, for a photographer is going to be a 30-year-old male. Sometimes I see like maybe 20s females. You assume it's, honestly, I see so many different demographics attending these. I would say some key demographics are Asian people, realistically, because it's their culture. I see a lot of teenage girls and white. Honestly, I see equal amount of like Asian versus white. I feel like it also depends on the area you're coming from. If you're in an area with a lot of white people, there will be a lot of white people. But if you're in an area with a lot of Asian people, there will be a lot of Asian people. If you're in an area with a lot of black people, same thing. But the people attending are really all different races. I would say it skews female. But then there's like, I feel like there's a lot of men who want the women. What are the two largest Comic-Cons in America? Oh, New York Comic-Con and San Diego Comic-Con, hands down, right off the bat.
Here, let's check that out. It said New York Comic-Con.
Yeah, or San Diego Comic-Con.
Let me see. Wow, so this is 5 months ago. Want to check this out?
Sure.
All right, let me see.
I would say this is the biggest convention because it has a lot of presence from Marvel. So if you're somebody who loves, say, Daredevil, which I think is it's filming recently. If you like Daredevil, you like Wolverine, you like things like that, New York Comic-Con is the place to be. They will have all of the early release stuff for those shows.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, oh man, it's funny. That's Captain Bernard, guys. As a Trekkie, I used to watch Star Trek as a kid a lot. All the like Data. Data's one of my favorite guys to watch. Oh man.
They had Star Trek actors, I think, this year. I'm not sure though.
Oh wow. Look how big Luffy is. Holy snap.
Oh, that massive Luffy is a staple of New York Comic-Con. Every year they bring out that massive Luffy and he watches over the con floor.
I guess I can't play it so much. It was playing music, so I can play a little audio. Okay.
But yeah, they have Ascended Luffy. They used to have regular Luffy too. I'm not sure where he went.
Wow. Oh, wow. Chainsaw Man. Look.
Yep. They have full life-size figures of popular characters. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Okay. If you see in this video a person who is wearing a life-size backpack, like this backpack will be the size of a human. I have had so much problems looking this up on Google, but I promise you we're going to see one in the video. Those are the people who are making money from going to the conventions. If I see them in the video, I'll say pause.
Okay.
Basically, people who go to New York Comic-Con and make a lot of money, they're making that money off of pop figures. What they do is they will wait in line at 5 or 6 a.m. and they will wait until the con floor opens. And the first thing they do is run to the pop figure booth. I can't remember the company, but the company that makes pop figures, and they will purchase those figures for probably $10-15 if you're familiar with pop figures. The New York Comic-Con specific pop figures are so rare that they will go for over $200 a piece.
Wow, $200 for one piece?
Yeah, so let's see if there's anybody wearing one of those backpacks, because it looks like this was taken a little bit later in the day. So I don't see anybody who's wearing one of them. But
wow. If you pause the video, these vendors, look, they're selling artwork, their own artwork. Like there's a lot of people. This is really cool.
Yeah, this was definitely taken later in the day because that hallway would be filled. Why is it empty? This was taken later in the day, 100%. Because that walkway would be filled on a typical day. I believe this person either is taking it right as they're closing, or it's a Thursday. I believe they are walking towards the pop figure booth now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're correct. They are looking at this before they're closing.
Yup. Yeah, because there's no way the floor would be this empty.
I think it's better. It's probably better for the video too, when people can actually see not just the people, but all this extra stuff. Wow.
Yeah. So, okay, I see someone with the bag actually. So,
okay. Go back.
It was like slightly backwards. Yeah. So, do you see the person in? Where are they?
You may go back more.
They're right there. It's actually this year. It looks like this person used a bigger black bag. He's in blue jeans and then he has a black t-shirt on. He's at the front of the line. Yes, that guy. That bag is probably filled with pop figures that are worth $200 each, and all he has to do is resell them when he gets home. And he's probably standing in line for more.
Wow.
And that's a really common thing at Comic-Con. That's one really good way to make money, is reselling those pop figures. If you are willing to wake up at 7 a.m. to get the bag.
Wow. This is what you're talking about? The cameraman right
Yes.
here?
Yeah, so you see those guys, and then the guy standing behind him. Do you see how his bag is just filled with square figures? Those are the figures that you resell. And each of those figures is $200.
Wow. I mean, this guy has a full body rig. This guy, so there is some business. It's kind of like its own like marketplace, guys, just for this stuff. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, that cameraman is just kind of, his sole job is basically to just stand there and record. And he is getting, well, he's actually a company. He's hired by that company, it looks like. Paramount, yeah. So he's set. How long do they last for? They're 4 days long, typically. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And Sundays allow you to bring kids for a cheaper price. Typically.
The show floor, man. This is cool.
Yeah.
Dinosaur look at those action figures in that glass. I bet that is not cheap. Wow.
Yeah, no, those figurines are they're really cool to see in person, actually.
You see? Oh, wow. So this is bigger than like the other ones I've ever seen. Like, I didn't know New York was so large.
And as you can see, the crowd is super diverse. I've seen people of every color and every size and shape and cleanliness level.
Oh, look at the Spider-Man suit, the Tom Holland one.
Yeah, like, hey, if the shoe fits. Oftentimes there will also be people standing in the lobby with really elaborate costumes. You can't see them in this video because it was taken at the end of the day, but that's just fun to look at. That's not economic at all, but it's really fun to look at. People usually bid on those type of figures, or they buy them, or they resell them, depending on which figures those are, which I can't really identify what they are. But once you know the specific niches to cater for, then you can make a lot of money off of being at New York Comic-Con or any convention. I was about to say, where's the cosplay people at? Yeah, so they're either at photo shoots or they've already left. Niche, what do you mean? What I mean is basically the people, think about it. Okay, but it's all anime. So yes, it is all in fact anime. The reason why it's niches is because there's different types of anime. And also there's just different types of like okay, you can be into anime, right? Or let's give a broader example. You like Marvel, okay? But do you like the comics or the movies? Or do you like the TV shows? Or do you like the movies plus the TV shows but hate the comics, or you don't care for them? Anime is popular as fuck, Corey. Oh my god. Roasting this man.
Holy snap. He's still walking around the event.
I don't spend time watching TV. You know what? Fair.
Look at that. Look how far it goes back. It's like an entire stadium just
That
for this event.
Yeah, no, that building's huge from what I understand.
Wow. I really see that this is like its own world right here. Like I've been to a few Comic Cons, but like seeing the one in New York, this is crazy. Look at the lines. Oh my
Yeah, that line is
gosh.
intense. But
I
if you're
wonder who
willing
they're
to
gonna
wait in
meet.
those lines, sometimes there's like good yields at the end. Sometimes.
Oh wow. What is this? Netflix?
So what are the lines
Oh,
for again? Says Almighty Earth. The lines are for merchandise typically, but that merchandise can be resold for lots of cash. Sometimes lines are for autographs, and sometimes lines are just for specific statues. Like the Luffy statue typically has a line. Sometimes there's also a lot of free items, which that sometimes has a line if it's a really popular free item, but not always,
there's
not necessarily.
you can definitely tell there's a lot of people with these big bags buying stuff. Like, so if you really think about becoming a vendor or you're an artist, like you might be making some really good money out here, especially if you're like reflipping merchandise.
Yeah, flipping merch is a huge thing there. They try to prevent it, but in all honesty, there's no preventing it. And even though the entry fee is high, right? That doesn't matter because if you get enough merchandise to flip, you're easily making honestly thousands of dollars that weekend. If you have the starting money, the starting capital, you can invest in different items for these specific like vendors and niches and flip it for a huge profit. Corey Corbin asks, why wouldn't people do limited drops at high in demand niches? Can you like elaborate? Because there are limited drops at Comic Cons. There are high in demand niches that are being represented by those limited drops, but there's no events for those specific niches. That's why you would do it at a general convention.
Wow. Look at that artwork right here.
That's
That's really
sick.
good.
Making a Batman suit that is the most expensive suit. One of one.
You know what? I bet somebody would probably buy it. If you made your own custom Batman suit and it looks really good, maybe somebody would buy it. That'd be a really good thing to flip if you're talking about selling Batman suits.
Yeah, I mean, like some people prefer like authenticity or something like that.
Wow.
But also, like, it has to be well manufactured. It can't be a Batman suit that just falls apart because then nobody wants it or cares for it. Use premium products only. There's a few vendors that do that. Yeah. I think we found the cosplayer. No, that's not a cosplayer. That's just a guy with blue hair.
Ooh. Yeah, I think the vendors would be good outside. The food vendors, and we're looking at like the
Yeah, that
Japanese
specific
food.
vendor I don't think that was a Japanese food. I think that was an empanada stand. But still,
Oh,
that
wait.
looks sick.
Oh, let's go back. My bad.
The jackets, the varsity jackets, those look fire.
Yeah.
Those are heat.
Wow, I can't even slow down right now. He moves too fast. Let me go back a little bit. I don't see any prices on them, but I don't think they're going to be cheap.
That's how they get you. They don't list the prices. You just gotta hope for the best.
Wow, this is so cool. Now, guys, actually, give me a second. One segue over a little bit, guys. No, remember, this is not my video. This is Conquest. I just YouTube it. Give love and appreciation to his channel for doing 10 minutes, or actually, he did 32 minutes of the Comic-Con in New York. So remember, that's his video. Check out the original content for that. I don't want you guys to think it's my video or hers. Once again, please, guys, give a huge, massive welcome to our co-hosts. They have all done at least one video, and currently Lana's first one right here. So give her a huge welcome, guys. She's going to be doing more videos that we have scheduled. Also, we have Madeline, who's going to be doing more videos too. And our first co-host will be Diana. We'll be doing some more videos. So we'll be doing those all scheduled out for you guys. I'll try to get them out earlier. Just been a tad busy with all the background stuff, programming, payouts, workflow, membership, all that stuff I'm building. And it's going to be all ready for you. So please become a member. It helps pay the co-host. Literally, it pays the co-host. So you guys want to help out? Helps her out too. And if you're looking for a job, guys, co-hosts, I'm still looking for 2 more. So we're going to have 5 co-hosts, pretty much one for almost every, Monday through Friday that's available. But I'll be adding more slots as we get more co-hosts, okay?
Oh, that's a good question, Corey Coben. Did I practice for this live? No. Absolutely not. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here, man.
Nice.
I tried my best, man. Glad to see some new insights. She's awesome with great energy. Thank you, Sani. Thank you. Love it. Great stream, Lana. Enjoyed, learned a lot. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, all my dear. Are you here a lot? Is this one of your first streams with us?
No, he's a regular.
Everyone else's name is green and yours isn't. Why isn't your name green? Go make it green. What are you doing?
She's calling you out, bro. You gotta be a member. Remember the members, guys. I'm gonna put this in perspective. The members will have when we get our guests, and we're gonna be having paid guests on here, like other big YouTubers. Here's the list for that right here. Give me a second. I am DMing them as of yesterday and a few days before. But here's the list. If you have any other names you guys want us to add on there, let me know. We got 39 people. They go from politicians, YouTubers, musicians, podcasters, like all range. And we're going to talk to them about business, money, and investments, so we can actually learn about how to make money. Like one of my favorite people is looking at like some of the bankers, how to make money. But like this guy here, one of my favorite YouTube artists, Michelle Minnelli. If you have not, Michael Minnelli. If you have not seen his work, please check out his YouTube channel. He does the YouTube skits where he just gets random people to sing, and he actually does it in New York. So you guys see stuff like this. Actually, I can play his music because he's not one of those buttheads.
I'm gonna start it off and then you go, okay? So we should let go, hold each other close. We really ain't got.
He just asks people to sing, and it's all live content. I would love to get these type of people on the channel, because remember, there's more than one way to invest. Oh, actually, we didn't even bring up the investment tickers.
We didn't. You're right. Almedia says I'm going to be a member soon. But
here, give me a second, guys.
Why not?
I forgot to do that. Let me see.
And then Corey Corbin asks, "Wait, are the co-hosts going to dwell in the paid Discord the most?" That's up to us. So if I want to dwell, I will.
Here,
but there has do something interesting, and then I will dwell there. But I won't be there all the time. I'm not chronically online. I swear, guys. I'm not. I don't fuck with that chronically online shit. Okay. I wake up and I leave my house. It's like a crazy concept where I leave the house.
Here.
So if you got in the free chat, why not the paid?
Oh, we will have that in there. It's not fully done, guys. We'll be breaking out the different sections and basically schedules for them to build that out. But that's a little bit later. I'm still programming all that. The other thing is, if you guys are looking at some of the entertainment stocks, look at these tickers. Now, if you can't buy them because you're buying off of buying off of Webull or Robinhood, check out Moomoo. Moomoo allows you to buy these tickers depending on which country you buy it through. So just check that out, guys, just to make it more about finances and investing. And
Corey Corbin says, if you got a smartphone, you online. Listen, okay. I might be online as in like I have access to the internet, but first of all, my phone is like an old phone. Have you ever seen a phone this small? No. That's because I barely use it. I don't need to spend money on having a nice, big, fancy phone when I can have tiny phone like this. My phone might be smart, but it has a lot of power in it, but I'm not using it that much. So I ain't gonna be chronically online. But if there's something interesting, you'll be the first to know. Or you'll be the first to see me, I guess.
Corey, now you're special, bro. Now you're special. First one to know. So, guys, that's all we have to talk about. Lana, do you have anything else you want to cover before we go?
I don't really think so. I mean, yeah, there's so many tickers that you can really invest in that are in the sort of anime entertainment space that mostly operate on those Japanese markets. And there's a lot of ways that you can lose money, you know, if you overshot, but there's also a lot of ways you can make money. You can make bank. So go do that.
Awesome. Oh, actually, I didn't even show it on the screen. Give me a second, guys. I'll show this right before I go. All right, before we go. Top anime stocks. If you see the screen, guys, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Here's the top tickers. I just Googled it, but I'm not personally invested into any of these companies. You're going to have to do your own due diligence like you should anyways, and look at if these stocks are for you. If you're into this, actually, look. Cobra Corporation manages Hollow Live production and significant VTuber company listed in Japan. That's pretty crazy. So if you guys are going to be buying these stocks, just check them out. Let me know and let Lana know also. We're going to depart, and thank you guys for making it part of the stream. This was her first one, so give her a huge, give a lot of comments and likes, subscribes, all that funness. And we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace. Let me